All right, what's going on, everybody? It's hashtag Moto. Just a quick video for you guys today. I'm going to do a walk around and a quick review of what I've noticed on the 450X since July, since I've had it. By the way, I did get my new helmet. The 450 is finally rebuilt, and we are good to go for moto vlogs. Besides, I got to go pick up my GoPro mount and a new SD card down at Mitch's house. And I am going to stop down there now, so hopefully I remember it. So, we will start from the front. So what I started off with this bike is I got rid of the stock rims. I went with the Tusk impact rims and stainless steel spokes. I have not done my brake rotor yet. Yes, it's chipped. Yes, it's scratched, but I'll get to it when I get to it. I got the Tusk wheels on there. I never thought I'd use Tusk wheels because I'm not a big fan of Tusk products, but these honestly are a lot better than I imagined. I'm about 400 miles in. The little nipples are still on the sides, and when I ride my bike, I ride my bike. So next up, I have rigged up blinkers up here. Move back a little bit further. I have my Sicra handguards. On top of the bars, I have the Pro Taper pillow top lights. I need another set. They're starting to wear off. If you look at the bottom, they're really wearing off. I have my Renthal 7/8 inch mid-bend bars. And I have the same Sicra handguard on the other side. You can put a keyed ignition on these bikes. It's just a matter of wiring, crimping, and soldering. I have the Trail Tech Endurance 2. Honestly, I feel like this is one of the best $100 additions you can do to your dual sport bike if you are taking a dirt bike and putting it on the road. This bike already had a Massachusetts state street title, so I didn't have to do any messing around with that. Moving down, I haven't done anything big to the motor besides I just had it rebuilt. I had a Pro X piston kit put in it, a new timing chain guides, timing chain tensioner, I believe, as well. I did the Pro X intake valve kit because the stock valves are titanium and they like to stretch, and in some cases they like to bend, and you're constantly doing valve adjustments, and I didn't want to have to deal with that after 4,000 miles. It still had the stock ones in it, and they were starting to tap, and the bike was starting not to run correctly. So with that being said, that is probably the best $700 that I could have dumped into the motor, I feel like, and the bike runs prime now. I am more than happy with how it performs. Moving back a little bit further, besides my very disgusting swing arm, is I run 1548 gearing on this bike. I had a primary drive chain, a Renthal 48 tooth red rear sprocket, which looks a lot smaller than it is in the 0.5. In the front, I have the 15 tooth steel one, rear's aluminum. I have all the stock plastics on this bike. Some people were asking me if I swap plastics. No, these are the original plastics. As you can see, they even have the original graphics, which are kind of getting destroyed, but that's okay because I have new graphics for it anyways. Back down here, I put new rear wheel bearings in because they needed them very badly. It chewed up my spacers. I really gotta clean this bike. She's very greasy, but I will get to that tomorrow after work. I have Tusk impact rim on the rear as well, an 18-inch, not a 19-inch with the Tusk wheel. Again, several hundred miles, and the tires are holding up great for what they are. I thought that they were a bit of a softer compound than the Dunlop D606 and a bit harder than the D605. The D605, I enjoyed as a tire on-road, but off-road, I hated it. All it did was slip around. I could not stand it. The D606, on the other hand, is a much better tire. I feel like it is worth the money if you have it. Still same rear blinkers from Tusk kit. Sorry about all the carbonation. It's just kind of the way it goes with that old top end. It was running very rich. Down here we are running the wavy rear rotor, which is also scratched up, which I will replace this winter as well. I have always used sintered rear brake pads. This is about 2,300 miles in, and the brake pads actually don't look bad at all, and I'm heavy on my brakes when I use it. I have the Moose rear disc guard. I actually really enjoy these disc guards because they hold up far better and they are far lighter than a lot of the other counterparts that are available on the market. I have to do all my bearings down here still, but that's okay. I'll get to them. You can see the wear in the bushings and bearings throughout, but that's okay. I also have to do my top shock bushing. I did have the forks rebuilt. On this side, start at the back again. I did add this tail bag. I added it actually off KDX 220. You could see the the permanent marker's wearing off. I'm going to get an actual one that's a little bit bigger for it, probably about this long. I'm guessing I'll probably go with something that's about 6 inches long, 5 inches wider, so that way I can hold a water bottle in it and also hold all my registration stuff, because that with a couple tools in the back, I have to keep everything in my wallet. So, on the other hand, I did do a Big Gun Evo slip-on. I do enjoy this. Besides, the only thing about it is I'm going to have to reseal the pipe, because up to the stock header, there is no crimp portion of that. So with that said, I'm probably going to get a heat wrap, fiberglass heat wrap for the exhaust, and I'm just going to wrap it for the time being until I get an aftermarket header. I have the stock header on here. It's got dings and dents, but it actually performs pretty decently and still sounds very well with that. I can't complain about the sound. People definitely notice me going down the road, and that's my whole point in having a loud bike. Besides, I love having a loud bike. I am actually a pretty firm believer in loud pipes save lives, because of the fact that if someone can hear you, they'll look and they'll see you, and they won't get distracted by you, I feel like, because they'll always know that you're there. I did have my forks rebuilt. I forget what kit I did my forks with, but they're holding up very well, because I've had some very sudden impacts on the road. These are custom, and by that I mean redneck radiator guards. I do have an electric fan in there as well that I have to get another switch for, as you guys can see, because the front ripped out of it. But with that being said, that was just a quick walk around of the 05 crf450x. A couple upsides I've noticed to this bike is this 450 far outperforms, I won't say far outperforms, but it will outperform a DRZ 400 in most categories besides braking. I noticed the DRZ 400 front brakes are far better, and the rear brakes are just the tiniest bit better. So I definitely did enjoy that about the 400 more than this bike, but this bike is several pounds lighter. Comparing it to the KTM 450, I've never ridden one. I've ridden a couple Chinese enduro bikes, and they're not even in this category. I'm sorry. They are good bikes for someone that's just looking for a $1,400 bike shipped to their door, already assembled, ready to pour gas in for a brand new 2021. But in my case, I would rather have the older, more reliable, more proven design, even though I have to do more maintenance on something like this, because the CRF450X, I believe, is the exact same motor as the 05 CRF450R. Besides, it has electric start and it has a heavier cam. I don't think that the crank is weighted in any way, and I do not think that the flywheel is weighted in any way. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. And if you guys want to see anything else, let me know, because I would be more than happy to make more videos on this, and GoPro videos are coming very soon. So I do hope that you guys did enjoy. Thanks for watching.